Hey, what's up guys, it's your boy, Blumpy here, and today we're going to be looking at another channel that is pretty cringy and spicy at the same time. So let's not waste any more time and let's get right into the video.
Hey, baby.
Yo, that is probably the best "hey baby" I've ever heard. Like, if I was in a back alley and I just heard that, I would be so attracted.
You want to play some N64 with me?
Nah, I would rather not, sorry.
Because I sure want to play some N64 with you, baby.
Does anyone else hear the cringy retro music in the background?
I want to play some Nintendo 64 games with you. I'm looking for a mate who loves video gaming as much as I do.
Love how he says mate like he's from 1 BC. I mean, he might as well be because he's talking about Nintendo 64 in 2017.
I want somebody I can just sit down and play video games with all freaking day.
Oh my god. Did he just swear?
Freaking day.
Flippin' heck. He actually did.
As long as I'm not being made to fix chicken tendies at Arby's, that is.
Arby's, we have the meats.
Yo, I just love chicken tenders.
This is what I do. I spend my money that I get for education on video games. And then I go to Arby's and I work there for several hours. But when I'm not being made to work Arby's, I'm down to play games with anybody who wants to play N64 with me, baby. Because Nintendo 64 is for real gamers.
N64 Master Race for the win. With 1 megabyte of RAM and an i1 processor. I mean, I'm not gonna blame him, that's literally what my PC has.
We can play with the joystick on the N64. We can push buttons. We can play Super Smash Brothers.
Hey baby, let's smash!
And I've even got the Rumble Pack, baby, for maximum action. Yeah, baby! This is what real gaming looks like. Bring your game systems over. Bring your video games over. Bring your controllers over.
Sorry, but I don't want your Dorito hands on my controllers.
And we'll play some N64 all night long, baby. We'll play that Nintendo 64 system for real gamers. We'll be playing those video games all night long, baby. We'll be playing these video games with these controllers. I've got 4 controllers for the maximum action, baby.
Oh yeah, I love that maximum action.
So that we can both be playing some 4-player Mario Kart or Smash Brothers or stuff like that on the Nintendo 64, baby. The official gaming system of the 90s.
At least he realizes that the console he's going to be playing on is 27 years old.
A real 90s kid gaming system for real 90s kids. Because that's what the N64 is. It's a gaming system for real nerds.
I didn't notice this before, but he kind of looks like Shrek. Like, look at that nose, man. That's real Shrek.
And I need a baby. I need a girl to play this with me. I need a girl. I need a girl who can play N64 games with me.
I'm sorry, but I think you're going to be out of luck trying to find a girl that will play N64 with you. Okay, so I thought that was the worst video on the channel, but look at this. He tries to roast Rainbow Succ Siege. How dare he? He's not going to get away with this. Rainbow Succ Siege is the best game created, okay? You can't roast it. Okay, so let's look at this one too. I'm going to cut the first 5 minutes of the video because it's so boring and all he's talking about is just like Tom Clancy and where it came from and stuff. It's basically just filler to get him to 10 minutes so he could get those sweet mid-roll ads.
To talking about what Rainbow Six Siege is. So, what is Rainbow Six Siege anyways? Well, let's talk about the game itself. When you start the game, you get a dumb cinematic that feels like a trailer. Who the fuck cares? Just skip it.
I care.
Then you see a message that says, yes, we know our game is buggy, we're working on it. Yeah, real assuring.
I think it is very reassuring because Ubisoft has over 10,000 employees active and they could be working on Operation Health.
So Rainbow Six Siege breaks one of the first rules of making a multiplayer game. You have to make it so you can pick up and play the game.
You can do that, XD.
Oh no, in Rainbow Six Siege, you can't just put the disc in and get headshots. Oh no, you have to play the Force tutorial single player missions to earn in-game currency to unlock operators. Now, who are operators? Well, they're
No, you don't. You you do not need to play the single player missions to unlock operators. You can earn renown through multiplayer and play as a recruit when you don't have enough money to buy an operator. So this guy's kind of retarded, XD.
like characters in free-to-play hero shooters or $60 ones. You have to unlock them to use them, and you have to unlock one before you can start playing online. You also start with zero currency, so the game wants you to play it their way. You have to play.
Again, you don't have to unlock the operators, but I mean, you probably should. And you don't only get renown from playing the tutorials, and you could go straight into the multiplayer and then get operators while you play the multiplayer.
The tutorial, and you have to unlock these operators. Imagine if in Call of Duty or Halo you couldn't play online unless you first played a tutorial. I mean, even Halo's single player tutorial was short and to the point, with ODST even blending it into the gameplay with the light check being in your drop pod. And then you have this game which makes you do these tutorial missions before you can frag nerds online while guzzling game fuel. And what happens when you get killed during these tutorials? Whoops, you gotta waste all your time doing the mission all over again when you could have been online getting kills by now in Call of Duty.
I'm just saying, if you die during the tutorial, you probably shouldn't be playing multiplayer anyway.
At least you get gamer score for this, kind of like in Shadowrun. And see, here's the problem with this kind of game design. Nobody wants to jump through hoops to get to the damn game. They just want to fire it up and get headshots. I spent 20 minutes getting ready to play online, and I know somebody who played BioShock and who couldn't get into it because the opening dragged on too long, and the game didn't even have that long of an intro either. The multiplayer menus feature modern game design problems. Gone are the menus of older Call of Duty titles and Halo, which let you see the lobby and talk to them in between matches, and in our wait times being dumped into lobbies, and lobbies being cleared after each match. You know, like other hip and trendy multiplayer games like Overwatch. After the match, the lobby is broken up and you find another one. There's no playlists, just casual and ranked.
What do you expect from a competitive online shooter, mate? I mean, it's competitive. It's not going to have like 5 different modes where you like capture the flag or something. I mean, or push the payload.
The hero shooter model means unlocking guns is out and unlocking characters to use certain guns is in. I miss when shooters let you actually, unlock things instead of hiding them behind this kind of thing in order to make you pay more for in-game money and money boosters and whatnot. It also features other trademarks of a modern hero shooter, including the winner's circle. The operator model especially sputters when you realize that games like Counter-Strike and clones such as the Shadowrun first-person shooter usually use a buy system where you buy weapons at the start of the round. This ensures that all players are on the same playing field and they didn't have to grind to unlock stuff. They just had to get money per round to get it. Anyways, what's the gameplay like in Rainbow Six Siege? Well, it's to Counter-Strike what Battlefield 4 is to Call of Duty. It's similar in many ways to Counter-Strike, except it seems to attract more LARPing nerds who want to believe they're tactical marine gamer operators drinking Mountain Dew and street racing their cheap Saturn they got on Craigslist.
I mean, wouldn't you say it's the opposite? CSGO's community isn't that much better. I mean, what you just outlined is basically every single person who plays CSGO competitively.
And it attracts less wannabe esports gamers. It's got all the design hallmarks of mediocre AAA games that GameStop customers eat up, mixed with the problems in Counter-Strike that make you ask why so many PC gamers and whatnot play this of all things. But then again, games like League are popular too. Here's what gameplay in Rainbow Six Siege is like. You go into the area thinking you're tactical, only to get killed in a what just hit me style situation. Then you sit around waiting and waiting, realizing that every minute you wait is a minute that you could just pop in other shooters and play them instead. After all, you're waiting 30 seconds to a minute for a new round to start, which is long enough to press eject on the Xbox One's disk drive and insert in literally any other shooter, and the Xbox One has many. There's Call of Duty, there's Halo, even Titanfall and Destiny are more fun than Rainbow Six Siege. The frame rate is good, running at 60 frames a second with decent graphics, which is pretty comical. I love intense standing in place gameplay at 60 frames per second. It really shows the power of my Xbox One. In other words, Rainbow Six Siege is a gaming version of cracking open a cold Mountain Dew, only for it to get over your hands when you open it. It's not fun to play at all, and it's kind of disappointing when all your friends are telling you that this is the new hip game that you should be playing, and then you put
This guy obviously has an IQ of 1 if he keeps dying that much.
it in, and you're like, what the fuck is this shit? And yeah.
I'm gonna cut out the last 5 minutes because it's just him summarizing what he just said. That's gonna be it today, folks. Thank you for watching. But we actually hit 1,000 views total in our channel. Thank you for that. Thank you for watching, and bye.